Hello Year 6, this is Lesson 7 on Tuesday the 26th of January, and it is the 7th lesson in your 2-week writing journey where you will be writing a first-person recount in role as a character living in Pompeii just as Vesuvius has erupted. Now today you're going to be writing the second paragraph of your recount with a focus on cohesion between sentences and paragraphs. So what I'd like to do first, Year 6, is to follow the link that's on your timetable for the day, which is this link, and re-watch the video from 1 minute 7 seconds to 2 minutes 46 seconds, because that is a section that relates to your paragraph 2. Now, whilst watching, you may want to make a note of all the lovely descriptive words and phrases and clauses that are used in this section of the clip. I know I did, and I've magpied a few of them for my writing, so you might want to do the same. So I'd stop this video, follow the link, and then restart the lesson again. So Year 6, you are now going to be writing paragraph 2. Now I've got my timeline up here, and you should have your timeline out in front of you as well. Now, I'm on the second section where this happens, where Vesuvius erupts, giant cloud ash spreads across the sky, and ash and rocks start to fall from the sky onto the city. So I've blanked off all the other things, so I don't include those because I want them to come next. I'm now starting to build the tension. So this strip here, paragraph 2 strip on the left-hand side, is really important and is going to help you keep on track when you're writing this paragraph. So remember, you are still in past tense. You've got to include description and your thoughts and your feelings. And remember, now things are starting to change for the worse. It's not happy anymore, you're not content in your world. Things are starting to change, and people's moods are changing as well. There's unrest and an uneasy feeling in the city. Some people return to their homes. But remember, do not talk yet about people panicking. People are just a bit perplexed and concerned at this point. So I'm now going to speak to blue, green and yellow groups individually to explain the next task. Hello, yellow group. Now, as you can see, yellow group, I've now got my page up where I'm going to start to write my piece of writing. And to do this piece of writing, we're going to work on your cohesion between sentences. And to help you do that, we're going to use a structured approach called slow writing. And as the name suggests, you're going to slow your writing down by thinking about each sentence at a time. You're going to use this blue strip at the side to help you think about the content that you have to include, and you're going to use your timeline and your thoughts and feelings that you've laid it up with, along with your senses grid that you've filled in to help you write this paragraph. So remember, it is going to take you some time. Before we start, what I would like you to do is in your margin, I would like you to write ing word, simple sentence, adverbial sentence starter, include figurative language, and ed word. So stop the video, write that in your margin, and then when you're ready, restart this lesson. So yellow group, what we're going to do is we're going to think about how we are going to structure this paragraph to make sure that we have our cohesion in. So, to help you, I'm going to model how it should look. And remember, this is going to be my piece of writing, not yours. You're going to have to create your own, but I show you my thought process, then it should make it a lot easier for you. Now remember, I'm still in past tense. This is the paragraph when things start to change for the worse. So, I'm going to start with a simple sentence for effect. Last paragraph, everything's fine. My character she was very happy, and she was just off to have coffee with her friends to have a bit of a gossip about the celebrations from the day before. She sat inside, something happens. Then things began to change. Straight away, I've indicated that things are getting worse. Okay, I'm going to use a verb now to start my sentence, an ing word, a doing word, an action word. So I'm going to say that I'm going to go outside, or we went outside, or my friends. So I'm going to say, making my, or our, because we're all going out, our way outside. So there you have an adverbial phrase, making our way outside, and it's a phrase of place, because I'm going outside. So making our way outside, adverbial phrase, place. So when I went outside, I'm going to have to say what I saw. So I noticed that the sky was getting darker. Now, if I'd gone in at 11 o'clock and it had been brilliant sunshine outside, and then I went outside and it was much darker and it was only 12 o'clock lunchtime, I would be a little bit puzzled. I might be a bit confused, I might be a bit curious. So it would be a really good way to start the next sentence off by using an ed word. Ed gives me past tense, which helps me keep my tense right, but also it would describe my feelings. So I could say curious, no, puzzled. Puzzled, comma, I turned to my friends. Question on my lips. Now I'm drawing from what I would do in life. I mean, if you put yourself in the shoes of your character, if you'd gone inside and it was sunshine, you come out and it was dark, you'd be a bit puzzled, and you would turn around to your friends and go, what on earth is going on? So here, I turned to my friends with a question on my lips. But before I can say what on earth is going on, something's going to happen. So before I could say anything, and this is what's going to happen, things are still getting worse, the ground started to shake uncontrollably. No, I'm going to change that. I'm going to put violently. Violently. And goods from the nearby stalls fell to the floor. And they fell to the floor because of the shaking. So I'm explaining what's happening. And also I remember from the video that we saw right at the very beginning when we started to look upon, they all started to move and fall off the roof, didn't they? And the roof tiles crashed all around us. I'm then going to explain how we felt. We were frightened and clung to each other in fear. No one, I'm going to describe people's moods now, no one knew what on earth was going on. I'm going to use an exclamation mark there. Okay, I'm going to start with another adverb. I'm just going to check off what I've done now, because it's important to know that even though I've said I'm going to use these, if I haven't done all this, I still have to keep on writing. So, I've done my short sentence. Did that right at the very beginning. And I've got my ing word here. And that is also my adverbial here, but I've also, have I used another adverbial? No, I haven't. So that's my adverbial as well. Haven't included figurative language, yes, but I've got my ed word, puzzled. But what I haven't done yet, and it's really important for me to recognise this, is that I haven't finished telling what happened. I've started, but I haven't finished. Now, I'm going to look at my timeline and see what else I can draw on. Well, I haven't mentioned this cloud, Vash. I haven't mentioned the mighty roar. And I haven't mentioned this, so I haven't done any of that. So I'm going to have an ash cloud coming across, I think. Suddenly, giant cloud of ash spread across the sky. We could only watch in horror as the sky became ink black. That's my figurative language, my final one. The metaphor there, the sky became ink black. Okay, but have I done everything that's in this paragraph? No, I haven't. I haven't talked about people return to their homes. I've done thoughts and feelings. I'm in my past tense. I keep showing that things are changing for the worse. I'm showing that people's moods are changing by talking about frightened and puzzled and clung to each other in fear. I haven't got people returning to their homes. So what I would probably do here, Yellow Group, when you are writing by yourselves, I'll finish off my piece of writing and I will talk about how some people just stood and stared, unable to believe their eyes, whilst others hurriedly moved away, and I have a few running for safety to their homes. And then that will finish my paragraph off. So Yellow Group, what I want you to do now is to follow this slow write approach using these 5 guides to help you in your writing. And if you include these, you'll be starting to get cohesion in your writing just as I have. When you have written Yellow Group, what I want you to do is to do your editing. Editing 1 and editing 2. Check your spelling, does it make sense, do your punctuation, and then is there anything you can add, take away, replace, or keep on checking, read it aloud. Does it make sense? Could you improve on it? Then, Year 6, when you've done all that, you have finished today's lesson. Remember to email this paragraph to your class teacher for them to assess.